Aloha, folks. This is Lorraine and Lewis from Kauai, from Accessing Health, and today we're going to uh, show you how to do the hardware integration of all the components of a double XM generator via DNA rice system. Here, over here on the right-hand side, we can see the two blue generators from Spooky2 with the corresponding power supplies and USB cables. Over here is a set of two remotes with the accessories. Over here we have a Dell laptop. It's completely turned off. And this is a UPS, uninterruptible power supply. We highly recommend that you use one of these, fundamentally to keep the generators going during a brownout or a blackout. A brownout is when the supply voltage of the line varies because of a thunderstorm or lightning. And a blackout is when the power goes out altogether for maybe an hour or so. You want to keep the viaDNA rice system going, again, especially the generators, so that when the power comes back or the brownout has passed, sometimes they can last a few seconds up to a minute, everything is still running and you don't have to go through the nightmare of rebooting everything. All right, so the first thing we're going to do here is...
You don't have to get the big one. Right?
Right. So the first thing that we're going to start up here is the UPS. What I'd like to call to mind here is this is overkill for just the rice system. This is the unit that we have here at home. We actually power two rice systems, Lorraine and mine, as well as a printer and another computer. And the voltage situation here on Kauai is a little bit difficult. And so, we have one of these as well as surge suppressor strips all over the house. So we're going to turn this on. And there we go, 118 volts. This UPS cost $100. But you can get one of about half the capacity of this or even less for anywhere between $40 to $50 on Amazon, at Home Depot, at Walmart, just about any hardware store. And one in the $40 to $50 range is sufficient for the rice system. All right, so we're going to proceed to first provide power to the laptop, and we're going to boot it up and work on everything else while the laptop is starting its process, its boot process. I'm going to connect the wall side of the power supply, the cable to the little power supply. That's the Dell power supply. I'm just going to use one of the lower outlets here. I want to show you that there's a column or a row of outputs that's labeled surge and battery, and there's another row that's labeled surge only. We want to use the surge and battery side of the UPS. Whatever UPS you buy, the smaller ones are going to have obviously less of these outlets. You want to connect the Dell and the Rife power supplies, the generator power supplies to the surge and battery side. So here we go. I'm going to connect the Dell. We're going to connect the power supply to the laptop, the power connector. I'm going to open up the laptop. And we're going to power it on. Press and hold for about a second. That usually does it. Okay. So we're going to let this boot up. We're going to come over here and proceed to provide power to the two generators. I'm going to grab one of the power supplies. Okay. And we're going to connect this to one of the outlets here. I'll just use this one. This one here. And we're going to connect it to the power port on the generator right here. And we're going to grab the other power supply and do exactly the same thing. Going to connect it to another one of the surge and battery outlets. And come over here, same as before, hook it up here to the power port, and we're going to turn these on, and there's going to be an audible acknowledgement, and the display will come on. Yay. Alright, now we're going to connect the generators to the Dell. And since we already have the welcome screen here, we're going to go ahead and type in the pin.
So you hit the enter.
Hit the enter key and type 7433. That's the pin for all Rife, for all viaDNA Dell laptops. 7433. That's R-I-F-E, Rife, on a telephone pad. Okay. So the USB cable for the Spooky generators, Spooky uses a standard printer cable. And here you can see there's a rectangular end with two little bevel cuts, and the square end with the two bevel cuts, and the rectangular end that goes into the PC, the laptop in this case. Alright, so I'm going to connect the square end with the bevels up right there, the USB port clearly marked, and we're going to connect You okay?
Yeah.
We're going to connect the USB cable over here.
Oh, I thought you were going to connect the other one.
No, we're going to do one at a time.
All right.
We're going to connect to the USB port, the left generator on the left-hand side.
Let me show. It's not the other one. It's the one
on the left-hand side.
Right. Okay.
I'll do the same thing here. Connect the USB port cable to the port on the generator. And this time, we're going to use the right-hand side. The Dell laptops that we send have two USB ports, a left side and a right side. We're going to connect this to the right side. Okay, so generators are on, Dell is on, USB cables are connected. We're going to end by connecting the remote and the accessories to the remote. These little guys are called splitters, Y splitters. They kind of look like a Y there, right? What this does is, this is a new product that we've come out with. This combines in parallel the two outputs of the generator, output 1 and output 2. So this little circuit board and these BNC connectors combine both outputs. And what this does is, the way we do this, it enhances the power drive capability and the quality of the waveforms coming out here to the generator. So we're going to align the little tabs here,
remote, yeah.
And just push. And you can be a little assertive, aggressive if you have to, with pushing and rotating to the right clockwise. There you go. It's pretty sturdy. And then here, same story. Rotate to the right clockwise.
Sometimes there's a click. Yeah.
There's always a click. It's a locking mechanism. All the BNC cables have locking mechanism.
Explain what you're doing here.
Rotate to the right. Going to connect to the remote. Standard BNC connection here. Standard BNC connection over here to the Y splitter.
So push in and rotate to the right. Push in and rotate
to the right. Okay. So at this point, the hardware integration is basically done. Okay. Generator and laptop powered by the UPS. UPS is plugged into the wall. The remotes are hooked up to the generators, and they're ready to accept the vials with blood that you've previously taken and is the object of another video. There you go, his and hers.
Yeah.
Plug it into the remote, and you're ready to go.
And then next video, we'll just tell you how to take it from here on to starting your program. Okay?
All right.
We're good?
Thank you very much.
Aloha. God bless y'all.